Rob, what is our third main topic today?
Well, speaking of international spies, the One and Only says, "Hi, John, Rob, and Erin. Deadline reported Matthew Vaughn, Kingsman's all new movie all-star cast for the spy franchise to be Argylle, with John's sweetheart Henry Cavill, Sam Rockwell, Bryce Dallas Howard, Bryan Cranston, Catherine O'Hara, John Cena, Samuel L. Jackson, and Dua Lipa's acting debut. Argylle aims to reinvent the spy genre. With shooting beginning this August, what can we expect from this new franchise, and how excited are you to see Henry Cavill on a spy role again? Have a great weekend." Well, again, dude, I look at this cast. I know that it's Matthew Vaughn directing, and I was a big fan of the first Kingsman. I think the new one looks pretty good. The Golden Circle was a little disappointing to me. But I love Matthew Vaughn. I mean, I still go back to his first feature as a director, Layer Cake, that he was a producer, but then he moved over to directing. I loved Layer Cake. And this cast, man, I loved Henry Cavill as a spy in The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
So good.
You know, boy, did he cut a great figure in that suit of his. And then the rest of this cast, Sam Rockwell, Bryan Cranston, Catherine O'Hara, Sam Jackson. I mean, this cast is kind of epic, really. And again, I think Matthew Vaughn's style, I mean, look, is it going to be over the top like Kingsman, or is he going to pull it back and make it more like a Jean Le Carré story? Probably not, but like Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. But still, I mean, again, John, internet, you had me at spies, and I'm in. And this comes from Coming Soon. The film adaptation will center around the world's greatest spy, Argylle, as he is caught up in a globe-trotting adventure. Marv is looking to develop this project into becoming the first of at least 3 films in the potential big franchise that will be set throughout multiple locations across the world, including America and London. Because, by the way, John, every spy movie has to have London as a setting. It's just like, it's important. When I read this early draft manuscript, I felt it was the most incredible and original spy franchise since Ian Fleming's books of the 50s, Matthew Vaughn said in a statement via Deadline. This is going to reinvent the spy genre. Now, I'm not going to say that's hyperbole, John, but it sounds like hyperbole to me. But still, again, man, I'm in. What do you think? Are you in?
Dude, listen. First of all, you got my bromance partner in Henry Cavill.
I know,
there, right? That he's my ultimate bromance dude. I love Henry Cavill, obviously. So glad you mentioned him in Man from U.N.C.L.E. I loved him in Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Me too.
It's the role that convinced me he should be our next James. I mean, I'm open to whoever they want to put in the role, but I would, Henry Cavill was the runner-up to play James Bond. That eventually went to our current James Bond. If it wasn't going to be him, we would have Henry Cavill as James Bond right now. So I think he should be next in line to play Bond, but whatever. Now we're going into Argylle. I love hearing Matthew Vaughn getting excited about the manuscript that he read about the novel. This is going to be based on a new novel coming out called Argylle. And Rob, listen, when you talk about Matthew Vaughn, Layer Cake, great. But he also did what I consider to be maybe the most underrated movie ever made, in Stardust. I love Stardust. You guys hear me talk about that movie all the time. It is imaginative and creative and delightful and just fantastic. It is the modern day Princess Bride. I love Stardust. And then he did Kick-Ass. And then he did X-Men First Class. And then he did the first Kingsman. Now, yeah, then he did Kingsman 2. And okay. So everybody's got to have a bad day at the office. But I love that. And Rob, you start running down this cast. I mean, dear heavens, look at this cast. This is fantastic. I mean, obviously I got a few question marks about John Cena being in there, but when John Cena's in a supporting role, he can be dynamite. I still have big apprehensions about him as a leading guy, but he has shown several times when he's in a good supporting role, John Cena can bring it. I'm obviously a little bit wondering, okay, Dua Lipa, they're putting her in there because she's super hot and she's famous. I'm not expecting an Oscar performance out of her, but whatever. Look at the rest of them. Bryan Cranston, Sam Rockwell, Henry Cavill, Bryce Howard. What? I mean, this is amazing in a super spy genre. Rob, there's nothing about this to me that should not be excitement inducing. There's nothing about this that shouldn't be excitement. Like I'm looking, I mean, okay, a little question. Why do you got to put in a pop star? And I got nothing bad to say about Dua Lipa. I'm just saying, why do you got to throw her in there? But whatever. I guess they want to put some butts in the seats, and that's fine. But you're running down this. I mean, this is just incredible. And of course, Catherine O'Hara. I mean, royalty. You put royalty in there as well. So I love everything about this. Obviously, I have not read the book, so I can't say anything for sure. But if Matthew Vaughn is this excited, and he's obviously been able to assemble an incredible cast, I don't think it's an exaggeration to say, Rob, it may now be in my top 5 most anticipated movies, period. Not just of this year. I think this is now in my top 5 most anticipated movies, period. End stop. I mean, this sounds incredible to me. Anyway, guys, the question is for you. What do you think about the sounds of Argylle? You got Matthew Vaughn in there, Henry Cavill, Sam Rockwell, Bryan Cranston, Catherine. I mean, what? This is insane. Guys, how do you feel about this? Jump on down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.